A Chicago man accused of shooting and killing a Crystal father, husband, and coach along Highway 169 made his first court appearance on Thursday. Jamal Smith is charged with second-degree murder in the death of Jay Boughton. On Thursday, during a hearing held via Zoom, a Hennepin County District Court judge set bail at $1.5 million with conditions. Those include no possession of weapons and no contact with witnesses or the victim's family. According to the court proceedings, Smith has 5 previous weapons convictions, all in the state of Illinois. The court proceedings also address media reports that Smith became too violent with sheriff's deputies, delaying his court appearance by a day. Smith's defense attorney called those reports entirely incorrect. During the hearing, the Hennepin County prosecutor said those reports came from the defense attorney's own colleague. Smith is scheduled to appear in court again on October 11th. The attorneys for former Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter have filed a motion to dismiss a new manslaughter charge filed earlier this month against her. Potter shot and killed 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop in April. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison added a count of first-degree manslaughter, which carries a mandatory 3-year prison term if convicted. First-degree manslaughter requires reckless use of a firearm, but Potter's defense lawyers argue that Potter didn't consciously realize she was holding a gun when, as seen in the body cam video, she yelled "taser" 3 times. Potter is also seen on video saying she drew the wrong weapon. In addition to the new first-degree manslaughter charge, Potter is charged with second-degree manslaughter. Potter is scheduled to stand trial on November 30th. Many school districts across the metro are seeing a surge in kindergarten students this fall. There are about 940 kindergartners enrolled in the Wayzata school district this fall, and that's more than 90 students than they had last year. Students this year are still enrolling too. Reporter Sonia Goen shows us what's behind the increase.
The incoming class of 2034 is robust and ready to learn.
We do have a kind of a bumper crop of kindergartners this year.
The Wayzata School District is following a statewide trend. According to data from the Minnesota Department of Education, public school enrollment across the state decreased by 2% during the 2020 and 2021 school year. And now enrollment numbers are bouncing back.
I will say it's more reflective of the year before that. So this year is more in line with 2 falls ago. Last year kind of being the anomaly.
Chris Tollison says there are several reasons for the sudden increase. During the height of the pandemic, many families decided to hold their students back instead of doing online learning.
If they had a high quality preschool, they were probably doing some really great educational activities. So some families chose to stay in their daycare. Some families chose to homeschool. Some families decided just to wait and come to kindergarten the following year.
Certain schools in the north and west part of the Wayzata School District continue to see more growth, and that mostly has to do with population increase, especially in Corcoran and Medina, where new homes are being built.
The Corcoran area, which feeds to Northwoods Elementary School, our newest elementary school, is very robust, and we will continue to see growth all year. Greenwood, too, serves the Medina area, and they, too, are continuing to see growth.
Officials say they are adapting to the increase by shifting staff to other positions. In Plymouth, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
You could say it's quite the Veggie Tale. Hennepin Technical College took part in an experience that blended theater with vegetables. These culinary arts students at the Brooklyn Park campus came up with vegetarian dishes inspired by childhood. Their dining experience helped promote the play Animate at Mixed Blood Theater. Local theater educators acted out parts of the play to spark an interest in the arts.
It's all about trying to get a non-traditional audience to go see theater. So, we typically don't go into theater classes, so we try to expand that audience as much as possible.
We like to support them and they like to support us. So the whole idea is they give us the idea of the current production and we actually trying to come up with the menu.
The fresh herb garden outside of the gourmet dining room is also an important feature at the college's culinary arts program. The Beatles or the Rolling Stones, you get to decide in a unique musical showdown at the Plymouth Playhouse. Here's Neil Persley.
This is our second rehearsal.
Even at only their second rehearsal, these 4 masked maestros sound like they've been playing the material together for weeks. They're practicing for a show this Sunday where they will be integrated into 6 songs during a performance of a traveling show called Beatles vs. Stones. The show is made up of 2 tribute bands, Abbey Road and Satisfaction. They tour the country doing head-to-head rock and roll jousting and draft local string quartet talent to help out.
I've never done a pop gig before, so I think it would be really fun to be a part of something that's much more pop culture and rock concert with all the lights and the sounds.
I think there's gonna be like a lot of energy with like the crowd and just like all the singing and just like the whole band as well.
All are Wayzata High School seniors. They may be young, but among them is more than 4 decades of experience.
I can remember being 4 years old in my dad's car and listening to Metallica and Led Zeppelin. I've always had sort of a love for the 60s and the 70s and the 80s.
In Plymouth, Neil Persley, CCX News.
There will be 2 shows this Sunday at the Plymouth Playhouse, and we'll have more information on how you can see them at ccxmedia.org.